A few years ago, I picked up this pattern at Joann and I finally sewed it up today. I've chosen the jacket view with a standing collar and I've used a soft shell fabric with a 6% spandex content, and it's wind and rain resistant. This jacket is unlined, but that doesn't mean that the insides have to look unfinished. I'm adding Hong Kong seams, wrapping the raw edges in bias binding to add a pop of color and a lot of polish to the overall project. You can apply this technique to any unlined pattern you're wanting to sew. This jacket's going to get a lot of wear this season. I hope you enjoy the sew along. Let's get started. Here is my center back piece. I'm going to place both of the side back pieces right sides together with this piece and pin those princess seams matching the notches. Sew these seams with a 5/8 inch seam allowance and press the seams open. Finish both sides of the seam in your preferred method. I'm choosing to use bias tape to finish the edges of the seam. I've pressed one folded edge of the bias tape so that it's lying flat. Now I'll open out the remaining fold of the bias tape and place it right sides together with one side of the seam, and pin in place from top to bottom. Now I'll sew in the crease of the bias tape from top to bottom, sewing through this one layer of bias tape and the one layer of the seam allowance. Now that I have that one side of the bias tape attached, I'll fold it over the fabric and encasing that edge, pin in place. Note that the opposite raw edge of the bias tape is still opened out flat, and we'll trim away the excess when we're finished sewing this seam. Stitch in the ditch of that main bias tape seam from top to bottom. Now we can trim away that excess bias tape on the wrong side to within 1/8 of an inch of our stitching. Repeat the same exact process to encase the opposite side of that seam, both sides for both seams. Place the front and side front pieces right sides together, aligning the notches, and pin in place. Repeating for both sets. Sew these seams with a 5/8 inch seam allowance, then finish your seam allowances in your preferred method. Place the front and back pieces right sides together, match the shoulder seams, and pin in place. Sew the shoulders with a 5/8 inch seam allowance, press the seams open, and finish the raw edges. Place your collar piece right sides together with the neckline, aligning the outer edges, the center backs, and placing the notches at the shoulder seams. Sew the collar in place from center front to center front with a 5/8 inch seam allowance. Now we can trim this collar seam that we just sewed to 1/4 of an inch. And then press that seam allowance up toward the collar. Also press the outer short edges of the collar to the wrong side by 5/8 of an inch on both sides. Here is the topmost single layer of my collar, and I'm going to finish those raw edges in the same way as I did for the inner seams. Opening out the folded edge of my bias tape and placing it right sides together with the raw edge and pinning in place. Now I'll sew through this single layer of bias tape and collar, sewing right inside the crease of the bias tape. I'll fold my tape over the edge to the other side and pin in place, and stitch in the ditch from one side to the other. Trim that seam allowance on the wrong side, just as we did for the seams on the inside. I'm going to separate the two sides of the separating zipper And I'll place the corresponding zipper tape right sides together with the center front. You want the top stop of your zipper to be placed at the fold line transferred onto your collar. And you want the teeth to be 5/8 of an inch away from the outer raw edge. And the bottom stop of your zipper should be at the hemline, which is 1 5/8 of an inch. Pin in place. Sew the zipper in place on this side using your zipper foot and sewing close to the zipper teeth from top to bottom. Repeat to attach the remaining side of your zipper right sides together with the center front on the other side. And sew once again, sewing close to the zipper teeth. I'm going to finish the center front edges in the same way as I've been doing, this time treating the outer edge of the zipper tape and the center front edges as one. I'm going to finish these edges from the fold line of the collar to the hem marking at the bottom of the jacket. And I've done this for both inner center front edges. Now we can turn the entire center front edge to the wrong side by 5/8 of an inch, including that pre-pressed short edge of the collar. Fold down the collar along the center fold line. Pin this folded center front in place, catching both layers of the collar. Then we can top stitch from the top of the collar to the bottom of the jacket with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, repeating on both sides of the center front. Place the inner finished edge of the collar right on top of the seam line, so that the collar is still folded along the top fold line and is aligned with the sewn side edges. You can pin in place. I don't want to damage my fabric with pins, so I'm going to secure with Wonder Tape. Then from the outside, we can stitch in the ditch of the main collar seam. Place the front and back pieces right sides together and pin the side seams. Sew both side seams with a 5/8 inch seam allowance, press the seams open, and finish the sides of the seams in the same way as we did previously. I've gone ahead and finished the entire bottom edge with bias tape, from one raw edge of the center front all the way to the opposite raw edge. Then I'll fold up this bottom edge by its 1 5/8 inch seam allowance, making sure to fold that center front bottom edge to the wrong side by 5/8 of an inch, and pinning in place along the bottom. At each of the vertical edges of the center front, I'm going to sew that bottom hem section along my original top stitching. Then I'm going to sew along the bottom bias tape from one end all the way to the other. Once again, pivoting my stitches on the opposite center front to stitch in the original top stitching. Fold your sleeve right sides together and pin the underarm. Sew with a 5/8 inch seam allowance, press the seams open, and finish both sides of the seam allowance in your preferred method. I'm choosing to leave the raw edges of this particular seam unfinished to reduce bulk in the sleeve. We're going to sew basting stitches along the sleeve cap from outer notch to outer notch. Then pull those basting stitches to help us ease the sleeve into the armhole. Now I'll turn my sleeve right side out and place the sleeve right sides together with its corresponding armhole. Pin in place at the underarm seams, match the notch at the top of the sleeve with the shoulder seam, and remember to pull those basting stitches to ease the sleeve in place. Sew the sleeve in place all the way around with a 5/8 inch seam allowance. For this armhole seam, I'm going to trim the seam by 1/4 of an inch. Since this seam allowance will be pressed toward the sleeve, this side of the seam allowance facing me will be the side that we place our bias tape on. I'll open out one folded edge of the bias tape and fold back the short edge by about 1/2 of an inch, then place that folded back edge raw edges together with the armhole and pin in place all the way around. Once you're back at the beginning of your bias tape, allow the opposite end to overlap the folded edge by about 1/2 of an inch, pin in place, and trim off the excess. Sew the bias tape in place along its crease. I'm going to grade this seam, trimming the bias tape and the seam allowance of the main jacket that faces the bias tape, leaving the seam allowance of the sleeve fully intact. Then I'll flip that bias tape over the seam and pin in place. Then we can stitch in the ditch of that bias tape seam all the way around. Then you can trim away the excess bias tape within 1/8 of an inch along the underside of this seam. Repeat the process to attach both sleeves. Along the bottoms of both sleeves, I'm going to apply my bias tape, opening the folded edge once again and pressing back that short edge by 1/2 of an inch. Place it right sides together along the raw edge, pin in place all the way around, overlap the opposite edge and trim off the excess. Sew within the crease of the bias tape. Then we'll flip the bias tape to the inside, stitch in the ditch, and trim the inside. Then we can fold the bottom of the sleeve to the wrong side by its 1 5/8 inch hem allowance, pin in place. Then I'll sew from the outside, catching the bias tape side on the inside, just as we did for the bottom hem of the main jacket. And now the jacket is complete. Thank you for watching this sew along. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future sewing tutorials, and I'll see you in the next video.